So, welcome back to the Lucky Shot MG Pro Tournament Round 1 Back 9. I'm Eduardo Martinez and my co-host,
Nick Hammond.
USA baby. And here we go with Tessa starting off with...
So, what we're looking at here is a wide open shot, but if you see the green tape, it is an island, and that is safe. So this is a temporary layout that they've created for this tournament. So you will see some different baskets showing up. Again, this is not a sanctioned tournament. This is just a chance for some new players to dip their toes in the water and see what they think about the game.
And Andre just playing a little skip drive there and stays inbounds with a birdie look.
So this island is playing as a hazard, so even though Mito did miss the island, he does putt from where his disc landed with a penalty stroke, so that was for par. Tessa hair strong. And now you throw your white bird to putt. Standard putt and also your forehand approaches are also that same K3 bird, correct?
Yes, very correct.
All right.
And Andre is going for a birdie here. And leaves it a little bit too short.
The first birdie jitters, I call that the Nick Hammond putt, where you hit the front of the basket consistently throughout the day and not the chains, which is what you're aiming for. Let's have another par cleanup. And unfortunate par for Andres. He's going to be a little bummed about that, but I was once told at a tournament, a worry-free par is better than a stressful par. And I'd agree with that.
I would agree with you too, Nick.
So once again, on this temporary layout, these are going to be some somewhat wide-open shots, working with the course space around Skyline Park, coming up to the Manzanita Trail and the archery range. Andres going with that low under the wind shot.
Look at that view, Nick. Oh,
Skyline is one of the more beautiful places. It has become a second home to me, as I am very much aware it is a second home for you.
Oh, most definitely. Especially now that the pandemic passed by, I was there at least 9 hours or 10 hours per day. Every day.
I mean, I can't say for certain that that's accurate, but every time I was at the park, you were there. So I would have to agree with whatever you're saying. So you'll see we have a skinny basket here. We're calling this the marksman. Oh, so only 140 feet, but a skinny target to really challenge those putts. There is no room for error on these. A challenging putt for any player, let alone any player. Unless, of course, your name is Andres.
Andres just doing a fantastic job for being in his first round ever playing disc golf. He's just crushing it thus far.
Another stress-free par for Tessa.
And Tessa taking the tee on this.
And hands in the pocket, wearing my scarf, no big deal.
I try to encourage her and she just,
What a drive. Pin high, perfect distance. Mito trying to duplicate a little bit wider, but I think that's in Mito range.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Holy smokes, a forehand.
With a DD3, hopefully it flexes out.
And are you excited about that?
Hence, as you can tell with the fist bumps, very excited. Tessa with a good chance for birdie.
Mito with a long look. Still looking for that first long birdie putt, or any putt for that matter. What a drive.
And that is his first birdie of the whole tournament, and it's disc golf career.
And another birdie on the card.
Tessa with a cleanup. Takes no time to think about that putt.
She rarely does. She you'll step up to a putt inside 15 feet and just throw it directly to the basket.
Mito taking his time, securing
And that
that
was
par.
like-
And that was like.
MG Pro commentary in the background.
So a little more distance. This is also uphill, so you're going to see people trying to put a little extra move on the disc. Looking for a little extra distance. It is playing a little longer than 230 feet. Big flex shot with that forehand. Tessa ditching the scarf, looking for that turnover.
And playing on with OB. Oh, and
Flirting with that barbed wire fence and the archery range. Mito as well. Gets a little more flex, a little lower. Not quite as scary. Oh, but it did find its way.
And look at that technique with just a stick right underneath the disc and
Okay, now that was impressive. Balance the disc on a stick. Oh!
what a
Where did that come from?
Mito. Outside circle 2, Nick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Again, a strong effort on that putt. You know, for a beginner to give it that much power is really fantastic. Just a hair on that weak side. Mito, beautiful flat putt there. Finally got a little bit of a longish putt. Not super stoked about the score overall, apparently. And as I was talking about how great his putt is, he goes and throws a duck up there. But again, first tournament, you're going to have those things. It's going to stick to your finger every now and again. This was filmed a little bit ago, so it is a chilly morning. So you got some wet grass, sticky fingers. It can cause some problems when you're really trying to find that short, touchy putt. And have you thrown not a forehand yet off the tee box?
No.
Okay.
I'm a forehand only player during that time.
And
That's
gets
a
a awesome
skip,
skip
bro.
up
A
the
lot
hill.
of ground play.
As I said, it's a little chilly. Now undressed is born hood. Just a little short. Leaves it a little outside. The common error for a newer player is to not really realize how much of that hyzer is going to come into play. And you will find yourself out on that left side a little bit more than what you'd probably like to be.
And this choice comes online to play in how you play each hole.
Most definitely. And again, these guys are still figuring out, guys and gals, my apologies, Tessa, are still figuring out their bags at this time and what does what sits, what stays, what carries. Hey, that was a backhand.
Surprisingly, yes.
Oh, Mito just missing off the chains.
And as you could hear in the background, there was some wind coming into play.
Yeah, most definitely. This isn't a park that is void of wind. It generally has quite a bit of wind. And if it's windy down here on this lower course, it's going to be windy up top, for sure.
least I can make
again,
those.
around the green, those winds can really wreak havoc on a beginner putting, as you know, getting level putts and getting the right pace with wind does become more difficult. But more time, more experience, you'll see things change.
Yeah.
So this is a fun hole. We a little shorty, 145-foot little ace run, but the basket is on top of a stump, and
Tessa
definitely put it wide enough. But a fun little ace run here that we've created and used for a couple of different fun tournaments, even doubles tournaments.
And going a little bit with a flex on the break.
Try to put the touch on it. Thank God that car was a little late, because you would have drilled it.
And
Beautiful up shot. Mito, get a long one. That was a good look. It had the distance, still just a hair short.
Even a little bit too wide and
A little
bit
too wide.
short.
You start pushing for longer distance. In my personal experience, when I'm trying to get those long putts, my common error is actually going to be pulling the disc to the right-hand side because I'm trying to get it too much.
And Tessa with
Once again, with the classic Nick putt off the bucket. Good putt there. Another fist bump.
I'm
Never
just
seen
proud
one
to
of those
take
before.
a lot of fist bumps.
A lot of fist bumps, you know. There's nothing wrong with being excited. Look at this kid. First tournament, he's already putting with his bag on. That kid's got some moxie.
Oh yeah, definitely. And made the clean up there.
Okay, so this is an interesting hole that was created by our president, Holland Cole. You putt from 50.
For an ace run.
For an ace run. If you miss this ace run, you'll go back to a second position for your birdie. Ooh, you weren't messing around on that one.
Oh no.
You know, this is a fun, interesting hole because there is no negative outcome to going for it from 50 feet or going for it from 35 feet because you're gonna move to a new location and new putting position. So a fun way to try and build confidence in your putting game as a newer player.
As you can see, I have no putting confidence. I'm going with a forehand flick shot.
From 35 feet downhill. I love it. Tessa.
With a lot of dance on the tee.
Man, these little tiny flags are really getting in the way. Low to high.
To save the par.
Oh, top and bottom. The only part of the basket he didn't hit was the bottom of the bucket.
Yes.
Okay. Whoa,
Oh,
a fist bump.
another
A fist
fist
bump.
bump.
Okay, here we go. Now we're fist pumping. Tessa on
And
the
leaving a little bit
just
wide.
hangs the hair wide. And so now you get your bogey putt, which no one's super stoked about putting from this flag.
And there we go.
And Vito especially not stoked about the outcome.
And Tessa just goes.
Walks up and putts.
Way to go, Tessa. And here we have a short 200 feet, 250.
190 according to the screen.
I did not see that there. I do apologize about that.
So a little early release again from Andres. Nito going with that turnover. And that was Mr. Jesse Pineda laughing in the background. If you've never heard his laugh, it is contagious, and he's an awesome guy.
And an awesome player.
Shout out to Top Shelf Disc Golf. Let's see a long putt, Andres. What do you got? A little halfy go. Maybe giving it a chance, not trying to go too far away. It's a scary distance. Tessa not
And she
scared
drains a
at
birdie.
all. Drains it. Mr. Eduardo Martinez.
And another fist bump for you.
A mild fist bump. That wasn't like one of the others. It wasn't as excited. There it is.
There it is.
And a
Another one.
thumbs up. A little thumbs up even. Just, you know, spicing up the game, seasoning with a little salt. Fist pump, thumbs up. Unfortunate miss there.
And we
Need to
don't
cleaning
have
up things. And, you know, I'm really sad because this is hole 17, so we're coming up to hole 18. Andres got games. He's got the moxie on the bag putt. He's got the jokes. This kid's killing me. But this is, again, the last hole of this back nine to finish up the first round of the MG Pro Lucky Shot right tournament. Tessa getting some distance, missing these starting guardian trees, which can really mind crush you a little bit. Because all you're seeing is trees, and you're saying, don't hit that tree. And the
that's
last
what
thing you
happens.
say is, don't hit that tree. So what do? You hit the tree. So Andres tried to avoid the trees by going wide, and that's what happens. Forehand bird shot. Again, who would have thought?
And a little bit
so
too
good upshot. Don't leave this one short.
Oh, a little bit release on that backhand.
He'd been missing short on his upshots. He tried to give it a little more and got a little bit of that grip lock action. And Tessa doing Tessa things, putting it right in the basket.
And he is shooting from the road for...
Oh!
And then not so nice roll.
No, but that's one of those...
Oh! And
Mito! I wanted that long one for you, buddy.
There you go.
We were rooting for you,
That
Mito.
was a good one.
Good line. Just a hair short again.
And leaves it short. Tessa to save par.
Oh. See, she took a little extra time on that one instead of just walking up and banging it home. But, you know, it is a tournament. It's the final hole of a round. You do get a little more jitters trying to finish out the round strong.
She rushes it again.
You see her tap herself on the head, mental mistakes. But again, this is a recreational tournament, and I mean, I've been playing for 5+ years now, and I still think I'm a mental midget when it comes to these high-stress situations.
And there's a Tessa putt. Just walk up and putt and finish it.